Hello, this is Film Nerd Talks Films, and I'm back with another review, this time for Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Now, I'm really happy to be talking about this film, and I'm also really happy to get back to my Star Wars reviews, because it's been a while, and my reviews have been very slow recently. But yeah, I'm really happy to be talking about this film, because before this review, well, it was a while back, but I watched the film twice in preparation, and wow. What an incredible Star Wars film. No argument, definitely the best of the 6 films. So yeah, let's get straight into this. So with this film, I love... so this film feels more intense. Things feel more intensified, and I love that. Things feel so intensified. Like, with the first one, there was definitely stakes. There was high risks, planets, lives to save, planets to save. There was a war to win. But with this one, it feels more grounded, more gritty, and more intense. And I love that. Like, we have our heroes, they're on the run, they're being hunted. Like, from the opening scenes, you really see how the bad guys are really the winning, and we, through the great cinematography, we see how that weighs on our heroes, like with the shadows over the characters. Great use of shadows in this film. Really awesome use of shadows. So yeah, it feels grittier and it feels more intense, and I really feel like our heroes are in trouble. I felt like that in the first film, but I really feel it here. They feel yeah, I really feel it here. They really feel human too. Yeah, they feel really human too. Our characters feel more human, actually. They, once again, that human factor was definitely there in the first film, but it's like in the first film, everything from that first film is just much improved on here. So our characters feel more human due to moments like the "I love you" scene with Han and Leia. Good time to mention that I love the chemistry between Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher. I think those two on screen are just so beautiful. Like the scene when Leia's working on the Millennium Falcon, and Han Solo. He tries to help her out. She gets a bit bitey, and they have that back and forth. The chemistry in that scene is gorgeous, really. Then C-3PO, being the cock blocker that he is, comes in and ruins it. But that happened. Very annoying. But yeah, the chemistry between characters is great, really. Han and Leia, the chemistry between those two really stands out to me. The chemistry between Luke and Han as well. Yeah, the chemistry between Luke and Han Solo, you really feel like they've become really, really good friends. In the first one, Han Solo feels more like, he still feels very grizzled in this film. I've always thought as a character he has a very grizzled feel to him. and he still keeps that grizzled feel in this fifth film, as he still is in the fourth film. He still has this grizzled, roguish kind of thing about him, but he comes off as more friendly, I guess would be the word, more social, and it feels like he's really integrated with the people around him, with Luke, with Leia, with other people. Unfortunately, well, just not C-3PO. C-3PO's always been a funny character in the Star Wars universe. I've never been quite sure what to make of him. But yeah, so yeah, you really feel a deep. I really feel a strong sense of chemistry between the actors and the characters, and yeah, and it's there, and it's really prominent, and it's really beautiful actually, especially in the scenes to follow. Like there's just hearing them read the lines to one another just becomes like poetry. Now I forgot about a certain someone who's going to feature in this video. I say someone, that someone is in the form of this guy. I'm not sure if you can see him properly, but we all know in Empire, Yoda gets introduced, and the reason I just brought him out is because I was going to have him by my side in the video, but I completely blanked.
A Jedi uses the Force.
So yeah, Yoda. I mean, seriously, let's talk about Yoda. One moment. Here you go. Okay. Cool. So let's just talk about Yoda for a second. Yoda's great. Yoda is he's this little, like, Luke's looking for a warrior, a Jedi Master. We see this little creature. We're not quite sure. This little creature, we're not quite sure who he is, but we definitely don't expect him to be a Jedi Master. And then he loses the sort of what I'm trying to think of the term. He at one point he stops being this funny little creature and goes all wise old man on us, and he's so full of wisdom. It's so great, and it's great and the puppet work was also fantastic. Puppet work. I mean, I'm sorry I didn't look up names on IMDb because I really wanted to get this review out. But the puppet work is great. I mean, fantastic work, well done. But yeah, I love the contrast between between impatient, angsty student. Impatient, angsty student or teenager and master. And I love how Luke and Yoda's relationship plays out, really, and how it gets cut short because of Luke's impatience, really. Yeah, because of Luke's impatience. But I really like the relationship between him and Yoda. We see the frustration of Yoda. We feel Yoda's frustration, but we also feel Luke's sense of, oh, I can't do it. Because we've all felt like that, right? We've all been in that position. I've been in that position a lot myself recently. When you just think everything's impossible. But really relatable, and I think that's the thing with this film. There's a lot of a lot of elements of it that are very relatable, like love, impatience, friendship, fear. You know, there's a lot of things that are very, very relatable. So it's a very humanized film as well. It's a very humanized Star Wars film, and that's quite something. You know, it's great when you. That is quite something. You know, it's quite incredible to have a. It's quite an incredibly humanized film. You know, and it's marvelous. Um, so yeah, there is a lot of there's a lot of good about this film. The Darth Vader. So obviously, with this film, like I said before, the characters do go places, and Darth Vader, with that big reveal of "I am your father." By the way, I do apologize for spoiling. I don't know how spoiler heavy I was in my past videos. I do apologize, but this film is so good that I have to be more spoiler heavy just to get it across. Really, it's such a fantastic Star Wars film. And I do apologise if I'm coming off as a fanboy. I'm trying to be as analytical as I can I'm trying to be more reviewy as I go. My intention is to not sound like a fanboy. If I do, I'm sorry, but this is such an incredible film. But this is just such an incredible film. But I mentioned about the characters; they go places, and Darth Vader is no exception. Once we know that Darth Vader is Luke's father, that brings up so many questions to his intentions, where he's going to go from there, what sort of person he's been all these years, like what sort of person he's been all these